watch the YouTube video or Signature in the Cell and Darwin's Doubt by Stephen Meyer. Also, you can read the Signature in the Cell and Darwin's Doubt books by Stephen Meyer, where Stephen Meyer uses genetics to disprove especially the Darwinian theory of evolution. So, oppositely, important thing that we forget is that we did not create such as we did not create ourselves. We did not create anything. Such as did we create the stars? No. Did we create the oceans? No. Did we create the mountains? No. Did we create the animals? No. Did we create the sun? No. Did we create the moon? No. Did we create the galaxies? No. And so forth. You see, the children of Adam, peace be upon Adam, in their arrogance and in their ignorance, is living a life, living the earthly life without acknowledging the Creator Allah. This will not benefit us, ignoring the Creator Allah, denying the Creator Allah. And what is shocking is that we are being ungrateful to the Creator Allah. Try doing that to you. Try doing that to your business if you are self-employed, or to your employer, and see what happens. What I mean is, you have a job, and if you don't do your job properly, then eventually your employer will sack you, will terminate your employment. Okay, but here, let's look at especially the non-Muslims. They are disobeying the Creator every day. They are disobeying the Creator every day. They are doing their own things, living their own way of life. And yet, they are still sleeping and getting up and sleeping and eating food. And, the food, don't forget, is from the Creator Allah. That's correct. Your money does not buy. Your money buys the food. But if there is no food in the shops, your money cannot buy the food. That makes sense? Let me give you a quick story. So, a long time ago, somewhere in Russia or Siberia, where it's very cold, and in winter it gets really cold. And so they had this famine. And because of the famine, there was no food. But people had lots of money in their pockets, in their wallets, in their safe. But there's no food in the shops. There's no food. So eventually, the rumor story, I don't know if it's true, is that people started eating other people. Cannibalism. And the other story is that they eventually starved to death, but actually I think they froze to death before they starved to death. So what I'm saying is they had money, but there was no food in the shops. So then they couldn't buy food with the money that they have, with the money that they had, because there was no food in the shops. So this is important to understand. Everything belongs to the Creator Allah, and everything belongs to the Creator Allah, and the resources are from the Creator Allah. Don't forget that. That's important to understand. Nobody does anything without a purpose, except if someone is drunk or mentally incapable. So no one does anything without a purpose. So why do scientists think or contemplate that the universe has no purpose? If that is the case, then what are we all doing here? If we have no purpose, then why are we trying so hard to reverse aging? Let me say that again. So, especially to the atheists, if we have no purpose, then why are we trying so hard to reverse aging, to sustain fusion power? Why are we exploring the cosmos? If we have no purpose, and don't forget I am saying if we have no purpose, then why do it? I mean, space exploration and researching subatomic particles, and can there or is there other dimensions, and is there a wormhole through a black hole? Why this why do all this? I mean, basically, to the atheist, yeah, to the atheist, life is meaningless. Think about it. To the atheist, life is meaningless. I mean, first of all, don't forget, atheism is a choice based on arrogance and ego. That's correct. Atheism is a choice based on arrogance and ego. Because I explained this in my previous podcasts and other podcasts, that there is someone uncreated and supernatural who began creation, who started the existence, who therefore created the entire existence, including you and me. And that someone is the Creator Allah. Let me say it again. You have to have someone who is uncreated and supernatural to begin creation. And that someone is the Creator Allah. That is logical. That is logical thinking, rational thinking from a functional mind. Now, if your mind and brain, but specifically if your mind is functional and it can think logically and rationally like my mind, then you should come up with the same result. And that result is you have to have someone who is uncreated and supernatural. Who is uncreated and supernatural. Yes, you have to have someone who is uncreated and supernatural to begin creation. And that someone is the Creator Allah. That's it. That it's easy. I don't know why people, especially atheists, like to complicate things for themselves. Like I said, atheism is based on ego and arrogance and ignorance. Ignorance and arrogance, they're interconnected. Egoism, yeah. Atheism is based on arrogance, ego, and ignorance. So when you choose, and you have chosen to be an atheist, and also when you have chosen to be an agnostic, when you have chosen to be a skeptic, when you have chosen to be a follower of an incorrect and misguided religion such as Christianity, Buddhism, Darwinism, Hinduism, Sikhism, basically non-Muslim ideologies, then of course you have chosen to be misguided by yourself, which is a silly thing to do to begin with. And then what happens is Satan, that's correct, the devil comes along. You see, we have been given free will, dual nature, so positive nature factors and negative nature factors. And within the negative nature factors, you have arrogance. Yes, atheism is based on arrogance. And the devil, Shaitan, Satan comes along, and the devil, encourages you to further your silliness, further your, sorry to say, stupidity. And so what happens, you go more deep into this skepticism, this mind, this mine of doubts. You go into like full doubts mode. So who created me? Well, I don't know, or I don't want to know, but it doesn't matter. The universe is telling me to do this and that. What nonsense. And this is what we see in popular culture dramas like Flash and Arrow, or the universe is telling me to do this, or you have this book called Fault in Our Stars. So there is fault in our stars and someone has cancer. No. Cancer has nothing to do with the stars. Cancer is an illness, and it is a test or a punishment from the Creator Allah. Okay? And a star is made up of helium and hydrogen. You see? So I don't know what John Green was on about. And so Satan, let's talk about Satan. Satan, the biggest trick Satan did and is still doing, and this trick is a continuous trick by Satan, is that Satan has convinced, especially the non-Muslims, that he is not real. And in doing so, it is easy for Satan, it is easy for the devil. Don't forget Satan, devil, Satan, same thing. It is easy for the devil, Satan, to basically encourage you more into your negative nature zone, and therefore misguide you, mislead you, distract you, and then you experience death as a non-Muslim, and sadly you end up in the fire of Jahannam. So it's time for you to wake up. That's correct. It's time for you to wake up and smell the coffee. It's time for you to wake up and smell the tea. I don't know what you drink, coffee or tea. It's time for you to wake up and smell the hot chocolate. Now, you should consider accepting Islam. You should consider accepting Islam and becoming a Sunni Muslim to save the real you, which is your soul. Okay? Don't let Satan trick you, because you really don't want to end up in the fire of Jahannam, hellfire, because it is a horrible and a terrible place. Okay? And don't forget, then, if you are not careful and you have made the wrong choice and you lived a non-Muslim life, then you will be in hellfire, you will be stuck in hellfire forever. Having said this, the Creator Allah knows best. Okay? And as for agnosticism, you see, so they would say, well, I haven't seen the Creator Allah, so why should I believe? Let me give you a story from the Quran. So you see, Moses, peace be upon him, Musa alayhi wasallam, wanted to see the Creator Allah. The Creator Allah said to Moses, it's not a good idea. Moses was standing on a mountain, and there was another mountain opposite or adjacent. And so the Creator Allah said, that other mountain opposite you, I will show myself to the opposite mountain, and if it's still there after showing myself, then maybe you can see me. And so long story short, the Creator Allah showed Allah's self to the opposite mountain, and the mountain just turned